In recent years, the European economy has faced a series of major crises, which have led many to ask, how did Europe, home to some of the world's oldest, most advanced economies, fall into such dire economic circumstances? Was it simply bad luck, or did a series of decisions, actions, and policy missteps pave the way for economic struggles? The answer lies not in a single event, but in the accumulation of many factors, often stemming from well-intentioned moves that ultimately led to economic instability across the continent. From the collapse of the Eurozone to the global financial crisis, Europe's economic woes have been a combination of accidental mismanagement, overreach, and unforeseen consequences. The creation of the Eurozone, a well-intentioned economic union. One of the most significant events in Europe's economic trajectory was the creation of the Eurozone, the introduction of a common currency, the euro, in 1999. The idea behind the euro was to create a single unified currency to make trade more efficient across Europe, eliminate exchange rate fluctuations, and promote political stability through economic unity. While the euro was seen as a positive force for economic integration, it also had unforeseen consequences. Countries in the Eurozone, such as Greece, Italy, and Spain, were able to borrow money at much lower interest rates because the European Central Bank (ECB) guaranteed the stability of the currency. This led to a significant rise in debt for several southern European countries, which lacked the strong fiscal policies and productive economies of countries like Germany and the Netherlands. The disparities between the economic strength of Eurozone members were ignored, and the hope was that the shared currency would create an equal playing field. However, the reality was quite different. The fiscal union that accompanied the euro did not establish a mechanism to ensure that all member states maintained healthy budgets. This discrepancy laid the foundation for a financial crisis in the years to come, the global financial crisis and its aftershocks. The 2008 global financial crisis hit Europe hard, especially since many European banks were heavily involved in high-risk mortgage-backed securities and had large exposure to the U.S. housing bubble. When the crisis struck, many banks across Europe needed to be bailed out, and European governments were forced to inject billions of euros into the banking sector to keep it afloat. But the financial crisis wasn't just a matter of rescuing failing banks. It exposed the deep structural flaws in the European economy. Countries like Greece, Portugal, and Ireland were already grappling with high levels of debt. The common currency meant that these nations couldn't devalue their currencies to address these issues, leaving them with few options to tackle their debt and revive their economies. The Eurozone's response to the crisis, imposing austerity measures on struggling countries, created a vicious cycle. Rather than providing the stimulus needed for recovery, austerity led to deeper recessions, mass unemployment, and social unrest. The cuts to public spending, increased taxes, and reduced government services compounded the economic misery, and Europe's economic recovery stagnated for years. The long-term effects of the financial crisis continue to haunt many European countries to this day. The Eurozone debt crisis, a ticking time bomb. The Eurozone debt crisis, which officially began in 2009, was the natural consequence of the euro's flawed structure. With the inability to set independent monetary policy and a lack of fiscal union, countries like Greece, Spain, and Italy were left exposed to market pressures when their economies began to falter. Unable to print their currency, these nations were at the mercy of the markets. The debt crisis was further exacerbated by the European Union's handling of the situation. Rather than allowing countries to exit the Eurozone or restructure their debt in an orderly manner, the EU, led by Germany, pushed for austerity measures as the primary solution. This decision led to massive social unrest, especially in Greece, where protests against the harsh conditions became a regular occurrence. The austerity policies further reduced consumer demand, slowed economic recovery, and increased unemployment rates, particularly among the youth. While the EU eventually implemented bailout programs and mechanisms like the European Stability Mechanism (ESM to address the immediate fallout, the underlying issues remained. The deep political and economic divides between the wealthier northern countries and the struggling southern economies created a rift within the Eurozone that has yet to be fully healed. The rise of populism and political instability. The economic struggles faced by many Europeans in the aftermath of the financial crisis and the debt crisis led to a rise in populist movements across the continent. These movements, which often emphasize nationalism, anti-immigrant rhetoric, and skepticism toward the EU, gained traction as many Europeans grew disillusioned with the mainstream political establishment. Populist leaders such as Marine Le Pen in France, Viktor Orban in Hungary, and Matteo Salvini in Italy capitalized on public dissatisfaction with the economic status quo, often blaming immigrants, the EU, and globalization for the continent's economic problems. Their rise has created political instability in many countries, making it harder for governments to implement coherent economic policies and address pressing issues like unemployment, inflation, and income inequality. The political instability triggered by populism has also hampered Europe's ability to present a united front in international negotiations. The rise of nationalism, exemplified by the United Kingdom's decision to leave the European Union (Brexit), has strained diplomatic and economic relations within Europe, making it more difficult to formulate long-term strategies for economic recovery and growth. The impact of globalization and technological disruption. Globalization has also played a significant role in Europe's economic challenges. While the integration of global markets led to increased trade and economic opportunities, it also contributed to the decline of certain industries in Europe. Manufacturing jobs, once the backbone of many European economies, were outsourced to lower-cost regions in Asia. As a result, many working-class communities across Europe have experienced stagnation and job loss. Technological disruption has further exacerbated this issue. The rise of automation, artificial intelligence, and digital technologies has created a growing divide between high-skilled workers and those without the education or training to adapt to the changing labor market. If you found this breakdown of Europe's economic struggles insightful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're looking to avoid the same mistakes and take control of your financial future, check out our Wealth Accelerator Academy and Passive Income System 2.0. These courses are designed to give you the skills and mindset you need to build long-term wealth and navigate the complexities of the modern economy. Just like how Europe could have benefited from better financial planning and strategies, let's turn those lessons into opportunities. Achieve financial freedom. Unlock passive income and wealth building with 2 powerful programs. Passive Income System 2.0. Passive Income System 2.0 will teach you the following: how to set up automated income streams that grow over time, proven methods to diversify your income sources safely, practical steps to achieve financial independence faster. Wealth Accelerator Academy. With Wealth Accelerator Academy, you'll get 40+ interactive lessons to help you build lasting financial habits, strategies for passive income and alternative investments, cash flow optimization to make your money work harder, insider tax hacks to keep more of what you earn. Why wait for your goals to accomplish themselves? Take action today. Click the link in the description to start your journey to wealth and freedom with these life-changing programs.